Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle Ferguson, and I'm the crochet pattern designer of Two Brothers Blankets. Today we are going to be crocheting the Plumbago Sweater. This is a beautiful, lightweight sweater, great for transitioning into spring. It has these nice eyelets down the sleeves and a little picot neckline trim and sleeve trim. It's worked from the top down, and it's really simple to make and quite a lot of fun. For this project, you're going to need some fingering weight yarn. I used We Crochet's twill fingering. It is a 100% superwash merino wool. It can be machine washed and dried flat. It is 366 yards, and I'm using the colorway Voyage Heather. You'll also need a crochet hook. I'm using an F 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. Be sure to check your gauge to determine what hook size you need. And you'll also need some scissors, measuring tape, and a yarn needle for weaving in ends. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right, to get started, we are going to be working our yoke first. The yoke section of the pattern starts with all sizes, and then it separates out into the different sizes that we're making. So we are going to make a slip knot, and it says to chain 88. Okay, I've chained 88, and now it says to join to the first chain. I don't like to do that. I know it's the instructions of my pattern. You can do it that way if you prefer. I personally, since we're doing double crochet, like to add 2 more chains to that 88. So I have 90 chains, and then I turn my work, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain from my hook and in each chain across. So I'm going to have 88 double crochet. So essentially now I am working on round 1 because I'm going to do this, all these double crochet, have 88, and then I'm going to join it. And I just find that helps me keep it from getting tangled or twisted or anything like that. I have a video on it on why I do that I'll link in the description. But if you prefer to chain and join first, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to do this now. I'm doing 1 double crochet in each chain across. All right, I have 88 double crochet. Now I'm just going to join to my first with a slip stitch. Make sure I got the right one. Yep. All right. So now it's all joined. I don't have any twists or tangles or anything like that. I like to do it like that. Totally up to you how you do it. Okay, so now we're ready for round 2. And round 2 says long chain, pull up a loop about the height of a double crochet, chain 1. I'll also link to that tutorial for you. And it says we're going to do 1 double crochet in the first 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3. All right, I've done 11. Now it says to chain 2, 1, 2, and to do 1 double crochet in the next 22 stitches. So I'm just going to work a double crochet right into the next stitch and count 22 from there. Okay, I'm at 22 double crochet now. I'm going to chain 2 again, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the next 22 stitches again. So right into the next one. What these chain 2s are for they are going to be our corners basically, where we will be able to do our increases for the yoke. Okay, I've done 22 again. I'm going to chain 2 and do 1 double crochet in the next 22. Okay, I've done 22 again. I'm going to chain 2, and now I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the last 11 stitches. Okay, and then I'm going to join to my first stitch with a slip stitch. So here's what we have so far. We've got 4 corners of chain 2 spaces, and it's basically going to do this once we get some rounds done, and we'll increase in those corners. So that is the end of round 2. For round 3, we're going to long chain, turn our work, we're back to the right side, and we're going to basically do the same thing we did for round 2. We're going to do 1 double crochet in the first 11 stitches. So that's almost the same, and then this time we're going to be doing increases. There's double crochet number 11 right before our chain 2 space. Now, this time we are going to increase in the chain 2 space. It says to double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the chain 2 space. Oops. So I just did an increase there. Now I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the next 22 stitches. Then I'm going to increase again in my chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in 22, increase again in my chain space, 1 double crochet in the next 22, increase again, and then 1 double crochet in the last 11. So we're doing that double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in each chain 2 space. All right, I've completed round 3, and this is what it looks like so far. Now for round 4, we're going to continue our increases in each corner, but now we have additional stitches that we're going to need to work into. So we are going to long chain, turn our work. This time we're going to do 1 double crochet in the first 12 stitches, because we have that extra stitch over here that we did in the chain 2 space. Okay, I've done 12 double crochet. I worked my last stitch into that first stitch of our increase in the chain 2 space. Now I'm back to the next chain 2 space, so I'm going to increase. I'm going to do a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And then for this next section in between the 2 corners, I am going to be doing the armhole, which is where we have the eyelets. So I'm going to be doing, let's see, what did I do? I did double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. It says to chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. And it says repeat from the star, which is where we chain 1, and until the next chain 2 space. So chain 1, skip 1, 1, 2, 3. That's our repeat. Chain 1, skip 1, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to repeat that all the way till I get to the next chain 2 space. And this is our sleeve, and that's where we have our eyelets. And I've got 3 left here, so that works out perfectly. And now we're back at our chain 2 space, and we're going to do an increase. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Okay, now this is going to be the front of our sweater. So we don't have any eyelets here, and it says to do 1 double crochet in the next 24 stitches. So we had 22, we added 1 on this side and 1 on this side. So that brings us to 24 double crochet. So just do 1 double crochet in each stitch across to the next chain 2 space. Make sure not to miss those ones that we did in the previous round, ones that we added. Okay, we're back at the next increase. We're going to double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and now we're going to do our eyelets again. This time we are doing it opposite because we're over here. We want it to match up, so we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, and repeat 1 double crochet in the next 3, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next 3, and then our last repeat, chain 1, skip 1. Now we're back at our chain 2 space, so we're just going to do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet in the chain 2 space. So our repeat ended with the chain 1, skip 1, and then we worked right into the chain 2 space. And so now we've got the last little bit, so we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the last 12 stitches. And join to the first. And here's what we've got. So now we have some eyelets started here on the side for the arms. And now we're ready to move on to round 5. Round 5, we're going to do a long chain, turn our work, facing the right side here. We are going to do 1 double crochet in the first 13 stitches. We've added yet another stitch. We are going to increase in the chain 2 space. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And for round 5, we are not doing any eyelets. We are going to 1 double crochet into the next 26 stitches, and that counts as chain stitches and regular stitches. So we've got our last stitch right here, 1. Then we're going to do 1 in the chain 1 space, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 26 is this last double crochet. So we've just gone over our chain 1 spaces and worked into the double crochet stitches that we did there. So now we're going to increase, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the chain 2 space, and work 1 double crochet for the next 26 stitches till we get to the next chain 2 space. Okay, I'm to the next chain 2 space. I'm doing an increase, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And now we're back to the eyelets, so we're going to be working 1 double crochet in each of the next 26 stitches. And remember, the chain 1 space counts as a stitch as well. So 3, 4, work right over that chain 1 space, 5, and across as so. All right, I'm over to my last increase. I'm going to do a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and then work 1 double crochet in the last 13 and join to my first stitch for round 5. Okay, round 5 is completed. Now the instructions say for rounds 6 through 19 for this size, I'm making a size medium, repeat rows 4 and 5, working an increase in each chain 2 space to increase by 8 stitches each round. And then I should have a total of 224 stitches. So I am going to do that off camera. I'm going to repeat rows 4 and 5 until I get to rounds 4 and 5 until I get to round 19. Okay, I have completed through round 19. Working my increases, I now have 224 stitches in the round. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to be a square, a squiggly square. I don't know. But what we're going to end up doing is having it folded in half like so to create our armholes. And that is what we're going to be doing next. So I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to be working round 20. It says you will now be joining the corners together by skipping stitches along the sides to create the armholes. So it says to do a long chain, turn my work, 1 double crochet in each stitch to the chain 2 space. I'm going to do that. Okay, I have double crocheted to the chain 2 space. Now it says to chain 8. 1, 2, 3. And it says to skip all stitches to the next chain 2 space. So I am skipping all of this right here. Okay, all the way across. So I'm going to pinch my ends together. And then it says to, where am I at? Repeat to the other end. So we're repeating the 1 double crochet in each stitch to the chain 2 space. So we're skipping all of this. We're skipping our chain 2 space. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in that next stitch from the other side of the chain 2 space. And then I'm going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch till I get to the next chain 2 space. And so that has joined here and created our armholes. We've got like this. Whoops, frog it. Okay, so there we go. We've now joined and created armholes. So now we're going to work these stitches all the way across and then do the same thing on the other side. So let me get these double crochet done. All right, I've double crocheted to the next chain 2 space. I'm going to chain 8. And then skip all these stitches across. And then it says to do 1 double crochet in each stitch to the end. So I'm skipping my chain 2 space and starting with the next double crochet stitch until I get to the end. Okay, I'm joining to my first stitch with a slip stitch. Okay, this is what we have so far. This is the back side. We've joined our armholes here, and now we're ready to work the body of our sweater. It says to get my yarn and my hook together. Round 21, we're going to long chain, turn, and it says to do 1 double crochet in each stitch and chain around and join to the first stitch. So I'm just going to work 1 double crochet all the way around. So I'll be doing 8 double crochet in the chain stitches and 1 double crochet in each double crochet stitch as well, all the way around. And I will have a total of 128 stitches for this round. So I'm going to do that now. All right, I finished round 21. Now I'm going to be doing round 22, and this is where I begin to increase. So at this point, if you're trying it on, your top is going to be at the top of your bust. Should fall about the top of your bust, right at the armpits. Like this little section right here is going to hit at your armpits. So if you want to check and make sure that the armholes fit, do keep in mind that as the body grows, this will pull a little. It may sit really high at your armpits right now, but it will come down as the sweater grows. But you can check the fit there. It's going to fall right at the top of your bust and at, like the armpit area. And so we still have to do some increases to get to our finished circumference. So that's what we're starting here. So for round 22, I'm going to long chain and turn my work. And I am going to do 1 double crochet in the next 15 stitches. One. Okay, I've done 15. Now it says to do 2 double crochet in the next. So this is where I'm increasing. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in that next stitch. So now we are going to repeat that around and join to the first stitch. So another double crochet in each of the next 15 stitches, and then 2 double crochet in the next. And I'm going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, for this round, we are going to do 1 double crochet in each of the first 16, and then 2 double crochet in the next. And we'll repeat that around. 1 double crochet in each of the next 16, 2 double crochet in the next. And we are going to do 2 more rounds after this one of increases. Same way, follow the instructions on your pattern. And then we will end with a total of 160 double crochet after this round and the next 2 rounds. So that third round should have 160 for size medium. And then we're ready to just add length to our body. So I'm going to go ahead and do these next 3 rows, finish this one, and the next 2, you're doing the exact same thing. You're just doing the number of stitches it tells you to do for your size, and then 2 double crochet in the next. And that's what gives you your increase until you have the number of stitches you need for your size. So refer to the pattern for that. And then once we get done with that, I'll show you how we can just easily add length to the body of the sweater. Okay, this is what I have so far. I've completed through round 25, and I have a total of 160 stitches. Here's the top of my sweater. We are done increasing now, so we just need to add length. So for round 26, it says long chain, turn my work, and do 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and then join to the first stitch with a slip stitch. So that's all I'm doing. I'm long chain, turn my work, 1 double crochet in each, all the way around. And then it says to repeat round 26, which is this round we're doing now, until the garment is 23 inches long. So I'm just going to do round after round after round of 1 double crochet in each stitch around, joining to the first with a slip stitch until I get to 23 inches. And from there, we will fasten off and move on to the sleeve section. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to keep working that repeat round until I get to my length, which will be about 23 inches, or to your desired length. It's up to you. You can try it on as you go to determine how long you want it to be. And then I'll come back and show you how to do the sleeves. Okay, I have finished the body of my sweater. It was just those double crochet rounds, super simple. I got it to the length I wanted. And I've done one sleeve as well of this sweater, just to show you what it looks like. Now we're going to do the second sleeve, and I'm going to show you how to get that done. So let me get adjusted, and we'll get started on that. Okay, so for our second sleeve, or for our sleeves, both sleeves, we're going to be joining on the wrong side, facing the wrong side. And we're going to look for our increases here, our chain 2 space, which is right here in this corner right here. And it says to join it there. All right, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as our starting chain 2 plus a chain 1 space. And then we're going to skip the next double crochet here. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. So we're creating our little eyelets in this round. And then it said, and then we're ready for our repeat. We're going to chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, work 1 double crochet in the next 3. And we're going to repeat that around till we get to this other side where we have another chain 2 space. And then we're going to have to work into non-stitches here, or like the ends right here. So it's going to be a little bit different, but not much. So I'm going to repeat that around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm to the next chain 2 space. I have 56 stitches so far, counting my chain 1 spaces. I'm going to chain 1, skip over that chain space, and work into the next. It's kind of a stitch. I mean, it is a stitch. It is a double crochet. That next double crochet, and I'm going to do 3 stitches, 56, 57, 58. I'm working along the side now, 59 and 60. So I'm working a lot more along the sides of the stitches rather than in the stitch. So now I'm at my chain 8 space. And so I have 8 more to go. I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, and do 1 double crochet in the next 3 chains. And that's 64. Chain 1, skip 1, and 1 in the next 3. And that gives me 68 double crochet. And I'm back here where we started. And then I'm just going to join to that starting chain 2, the chain 2 of the chain 3, to get it back there. So there we have it. We have 68 double crochet. I'm going to do a long chain and turn my work. This is for round 2. This is facing the right side now. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in each double crochet stitch and chain 1 space around. So I should have 68 double crochet for this size. All right, I've completed round 2. I've got 68 double crochet around, and now we're ready for round 3. So I'm going to do a long chain, turn, and then it says to do 1 double crochet in the next 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, and repeat that around. 1, 2, 3. So we're alternating again, just like we did at the beginning in the yoke, with where our eyelets are going to sit. Chain 1, skip 1, 1, 2, 3. Because the eyelets do not line up. They're in different spots each round, so they don't line up. They're just all throughout the sleeve. So I'm going to repeat that around, and then we will do round 4. Okay, round 3 is completed. Now for round 4, we're just going to repeat round 2. So long chain, turn, working on the right side again, 1 double crochet in each chain space and double crochet stitch around for 68 double crochet. So I'm going to do that and meet you at the end of this round. All right, round 4 is complete. I've got 68 double crochet. Now we have round 5, which is a long chain, turn, and we're going to skip. We're going to chain 1 again, skip the first double crochet, and do 1 double crochet in the next 3. And then chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next 3, and repeat that all the way around. Okay, I've completed round 5, which is one of my eyelet rounds. Your eyelet rounds are going to be on the wrong side, and then your double crochet in each stitch are going to be on the right side all the way through. So for the rest of this, we are repeating rounds 2 through 5 until we get to round 37. You may want to adjust that. I think I added 2 more rounds to this side. So I did another repeat of rounds 2 and 3 for a total of 39 rounds before my decrease and my trim. So check the fit. The trim adds about 2.5 inches to the length of your sleeve. So you'll have a little chunk here. But I added, I think, 2 rounds. I know 2 rounds before I did a decrease round and then my trim. So just check the fit once you get to that 37 rounds and see if it's good for you. But you'll repeat 2 through 5 all the way to the length of your sleeve, and then we're going to do 1 decrease round and we'll do our trim. So I'm going to repeat the 2 through 5 and get the length of my sleeve done off camera, and then I'll show you how to do the decrease and the trim. I finished my last round, and the pattern says to work to round 37. I worked to round 39 just to give it a little extra length. And now we're ready to do what is called round 38 in the pattern, which is our decreases. So what we're going to do, I have long chained and turned my work. We're going to work a double crochet 2 together all the way around. So to do that, and we've got our chain spaces here as well. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to insert my hook into that chain 1 space that we start with. I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops, 2 loops on my hook. Then I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So I have decreased that stitch, combined those 2 stitches and made it 1. And now I'm going to do that all the way around. So next we have just 2 double crochet stitches. So I'm going to yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And I'm going to continue that all the way around. I've got a chain space here, so working around that chain space and then into the next stitch and combining those stitches. And I'm just going to repeat that all the way around. At the end, I will have a total of 34 stitches. All right, I've got 34 stitches. I've combined it and brought it in like that. And now we're ready to do our sleeve cuff. So to do that, we're staying on the right side. We are not fastening off or anything. It says to chain 13. Okay. Now it says to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and across. I'm just going to work in my back bump here and do a single crochet. And I have 12 single crochet when I get back to the bottom. All right, I've done 12. Now it says to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches of the sleeve. So we're working into the sleeve here. And I'm just going to do 1 slip stitch and a second slip stitch. Okay, and then step 3 says to chain 1, turn, and now I am skipping the 2 slip stitches I just did. I'm just working into my single crochet here of the cuff. It says to do 1 single crochet in each stitch across. I'm just working back up this row of stitches. So for step 4, we're going to add a little picot at the top. We're just going to do that really easily by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, turning our work, skipping the chain 3 spaces and doing 1 single crochet in each stitch across. So I'm just going to stick my hook in that first stitch and do a single crochet, and it just gives me a little bump right here on the end and all the way down. Okay, and now we are going to repeat steps 2 through 4 all the way around the sleeve. So step 2 has a slip stitching in the next 2. 1, 2, and then step 3 is a chain 1, turn, and do 1 single crochet in each stitch across, skipping over those slip stitches we just did. Okay, step 4, we're going to chain 3 and do 1 single crochet in each single crochet across, back down. And see, it gives us just these little bumps, just like an added touch. You don't have to do it, but it's cute. All right, and I'm just going to repeat those steps 2 through 4 all the way across, and then we will join them together by slip stitching, and we'll finish that off, and then we'll do the picot neckline trim. All right, I've completed my rows. I ended with step 2 where I did the 2 slip stitches in the last 2, and now I'm ready to work my way up, and I'm going to join here. Personally, I would probably fasten off and use a yarn needle to sew the stitches together so that it's a little more seamless, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to slip stitch them together. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to insert my hook into both loops of the first stitch on each end, and then I'm just going to slip stitch, and I'm going to do that all the way up for 12 stitches. And then I'm just going to fasten off. And that is our sleeve cuff. Got the cute little trim here. It looks small, but it's really quite stretchy, and it's just your wrist area that you will need. If you feel like you're going to need more space there, you could go up a hook size or 2 just to make the stitches a little bigger and stretchier. But otherwise, it should be fine. And here's what the sleeve looks like finished. So now let's go to the neckline trim. Okay, our neckline trim is just 1 round of single crochet and picot stitching. We are going to join yarn facing right side, join yarn to back of sweater where the starting chain is. I'm just going to join it right here. I will also join this piece together here to the end so there's not a slit, but for now we're going to just put it there. Okay, it says to chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch or the first chain, and then do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next. and then do 1 single crochet in the next, and then single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next. And we are going to repeat that all the way around and then join to our first stitch. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. I'm going to go all the way around. All right, I've completed the neckline trim. I've joined to my first stitch, and I'm just going to fasten off here. And now we are done with our sweater. You could always do this on the bottom as well if you wanted to add that to the bottom as a bottom trim. But other than that, our sweater is complete. Let me zoom out here. There we go. You can block it at this point. I would probably do depending on what yarn you're using and what it does when it gets wet, you may want to pin it down and spray block it and just give it a little, open up those stitches some, or you could wet block it. And then, like I said, again, with the fiber and what it does, you could even steam block it depending on what yarn you're using. But I would definitely give it a little block before you wear it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a wonderful day.